Hello everyone. Today we'll be going through Edexcel Mathematics paper 6 June 9, 2019 Mathematics B paper 2R 4MB1 slash 02R. Let us move to the question. Question number 1. E is universal set. A, B, C are the three sets where universal set is positive integers less than 13 and A is multiples of 5, B is even number and C is factor of 8. The Venn diagram below can be used to show these sets. Complete the Venn diagram. A part is we have to complete the diagram for the set, universal set a, B, and C. This is 3 mark question. So this Venn diagram is provided, and we know that A is set of multiples of 5. So from this one, positive integers less than 13. So positive integers less than 13 or what will be 1, 2 so on up to 13. So from these members we will have to check. So multiples of 5 will be 5. This is multiple of 5. Then B is basically even number. 5 is multiple of 5 but not even number, so we have written over here. Similarly, we can take 10, which is multiple of 5 as well as even number, so we can write at common place over here. Then we can check for 6. Basically we can go by sequence also. Like if we check for 1, 1 is factor of 8, so we can write over here, and which is not an even number, which is not a multiple of 5, so 1 we can write in C. And 2 is basically multiple, 2 is a even number but also a factor of 8, so we can write in this common region over here 2. And 3 is uh, not a multiple of 5, not even number and not a factor, so we can write 3 outside. And 4 we can 4 is a multiple of 8 and even number, so we'll have to write here at the common place over here. And 5 already written. 6 is basically even number which is not factor of 8 and not multiple of 5, so 6 will be in B only. And 7 comes outside because it's not in ABC. And 8 is basically a multiple of not a multiple of 5, even number and factor of 8, so we will write in common place between B and C. Then 9 is outside because not coming in ABC. 10 already I have written, and 11 will be also outside because it's not coming in ABC. So from this one, this is basically our complete set from where we have had to choose, which we have already chosen here and written. So this will be our 3 mark question. And list the elements of set B intersection C. B intersection C means whatever common in both B and C. So common in both B and C will be this portion. So we can write answer to this one as 2, 4 and 8. This will be our answer for this one. Then they are asking for A union B. A union B is whatever in A and B. So A is containing 5 and 10, so we can write here 5 and 10. And B is also containing basically 2, 4, 6. So if we write in sequence, so we will write basically starting from 2, we can write 2, 4 and A union B. So 5 also, 6 also, and 8 also, 10, and basically we missed 12 in this one. 12 is basically 12. If we check, 12 is not a multiple of 8 and not in A and C, so 12 will be only over here. So we can include over here 11. Basically this will be including 12, this one. So this will be our answer for A union B. Then A union B union C complement. So whatever not included in A, B, C, so outside, that will be 3, 7, 9, and 11. So our answer for this part will be 3, 7, 9, and 11 over here. Then they are saying find n of B union C. So whatever in B or in C, B union C mean whatever in B or in C. So these are basically these numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 numbers. So n will be n of B union C will be 7. So we can write answer as 7. This is also one mark question. Then n of B complement intersection C complement. B complement mean not in B, and C complement mean not in C. So not in B, not in C, and we'll have to take the intersection of that one. So that will be outside members, basically not in B, not in B intersection not in C. So that will be 5, 3, 7, 9, and 11. So there will be 5 members. So we can write here 5 members for this answer. Basically, I have answered over here, and you can, they have provided space for the next, on next page for answer. You can use this page as well. Now, this is question number 2. Solve the inequality. This is the inequality provided which we have to solve, and if we solve this inequality over here, inequality provided is 6x plus 10 is greater than equal to 2x plus 2, and now we can simplify this. 2x we can shift to this side, so 6x minus 2x is greater than equal to 10. We can shift to the other side, so 2 minus 10, and this will be 4x is greater than equal to minus 8, and this implies x is greater than equal to minus 2. So this is basically the inequality which we were supposed to solve, and they are saying second part, represent your solution on the number line on next page. So we have to show this on the number line. So next page mean over here, this is provided, so we can represent, basically this is saying x is greater than equal to minus 2. So minus 2 is this one. So what we can do, we can take this color. So this will be minus 2, basically, not minus 1. So this will be minus 2 and greater than equal to symbol. So we will be filling it like this one, and we need solid filling, and then we have to show arrow like this. So this will be our x is greater than equal to minus 2, which we have represented over here. Now this next part is B, solve the inequality, and this inequality is provided which we have to solve. This is a 5 marks question. To solve this simple inequality, So we can use this 4x plus 4x plus 3, which is provided over here, 4x plus 3 into 2x minus 1 into 2x minus 1, and this one is less than 6x plus 5 is less than 6x plus 5, and the other side is x minus 2. So this one x minus 2. Now we can simplify this. We'll have to multiply, like for example, this to this. 4x multiplied by 2x will be 8x squared, and then 4x will be multiplied by minus 1, this will be minus 4x, then 3 will be multiplied by minus 2, it will be plus 6x, and then 3 will be multiplied by minus 1, it will be minus 3, and less than. Similarly we can multiply this side, so it will be 6x squared, then this one it will be minus 12x, and 5 into x will be plus 5x, and 5 into minus 2 will be minus 10. After this step we'll have to add the like terms, so 8x squared we can shift this, first we'll simplify, this will be plus 2x minus 3 and less than 6x squared, minus 7x plus minus 10. So after this simplification we can shift the like terms. Basically we can shift everything to one side, so it will be 8x squared minus 6x squared plus 2x plus 7x minus 3 plus 10 is less than 0, and this can be simplified as quadratic equation, which will be 2x squared plus 9x and plus 7 is less than 0. Now factorization part, we can use calculator for that one. So this will be mod 5 3, and coefficient of x square 2, coefficient of x is 9, and then constant is 7, so this is giving us minus 1 and minus 7 by 2, so we can write it as x plus 1, and the other term we can write 2x plus 7, and this is less than 0, and if we simplify, x will be equal to minus 1, and this implies if we simplify this, x will be basically not, this should be okay, we can write equal to, then we can solve this, so minus 7 by 2. Now we can draw a quadratic basically graph, so we know that if we roughly draw a quadratic graph like this one over here, so x-intercept is this one can be minus 3.5, so we will check for these two x-intercepts. So minus 1, say minus 1 is over here, and minus 3.5, we can extend this line a little bit, so I'll retry to extend at the proper location. Yes, so say this is minus 3.5, so these two are the x-intercepts, and we can find basically the least point also, but we know that this is curving like this one, quadratic graph is curving like this one, so sorry, so we can redraw this. This will be a symmetric graph, and roughly we can draw like this. So this will be our if we want, we can find this minimum point also by minus b over 2a, and this will be from the quadratic equation minus 9, b value is 9 and 2, and a value is also 2, so it will be minus 9 by 4, which is equal to minus 2.25. Basically we can check with the calculator also. So mode 1 minus 9 divided by 4 will be equal to minus 2.25. So this will be our point, which is minus 2.25, minus 2.25. So no need to show, but for your understanding I'm showing this. Now the y value is, if we go through this equation, which equation? This quadratic equation. This is saying less than 0, less than 0, y value is less than 0. So y value less than 0 is basically this portion. So our solution is this portion. So now we can write in form of equation. Basically we have represented this. So from here we can write x value. X should be less than minus 1, because this is minus 1 point. So this side is required, and this is minus 3, so greater than this side is required. So the second solution will be x is greater than minus 7 by 2, or we can write minus 3.5 or minus 7 by 2. Any of these two things you can write. So how we got these two values, why we are not taking less than minus 1, greater than minus 1, or less than minus 7 by 2? I've explained this properly. Hopefully you understood this. Now next part, uh, represent your solution on the same number line. So we have to show on the same number line, which is x is less than minus 1. Less than minus 1 mean less than minus 1. So our circle will be over here. This is minus 1, and the second part is minus greater than minus 3.5. So minus 3.5 will be over here, minus 3.5, and we can draw a circle over here, and we'll have to join these 2 points. So this will be our solution for we can write those equations also over here. X is less than minus 1, and x is so I will write on this side, x is less than minus 1 and x is greater than minus 3.5. So these two equations also we have written over here. Now the next, in the final part of this question, write down the set of values for which these two equations are satisfying. So what will be those set of values? That those set of values will be in between this one, which will be what? Which will be x should be greater than equal to minus 2 and less than equal to minus 1. So these all values, this is basically the set of values for which this will be satisfying. Both conditions will be satisfying. See, both conditions are satisfied within this region, this one up to this, and we can see that both sides are also minus 1 and minus 2 are also included, and this is the highlighted portion which is required. So hopefully you understood this question as well. Now we can move to the question number 3, which is saying a bag contains 15 counters. They are 5 orange, 3 blue, and 7 white. Priya takes at random 2 counters from the bag. Complete the probability tree diagram. So 2 are taken at random. So probability of orange is 5 out of total 15, and for blue there are 3 blue. So our probability will be for this one 3 out of 15. So we will write here 3 out of 15. And the probability for white, there are 7 white, so it will be 7 out of 15. We can easily write here 7 out of 15. Then for similarly for the next portion, for the next counter, this is for the first counter. For the second counter, one counter is already gone, So or if orange is gone, so next orange will be 1 less than 5, so it will be 4, and 4 out of the total. Now total is not 15, which is 14, so we'll write 4 out of 14. And blue is not gone in this section, orange is gone, so blue are same, which are basically 3 blue, so it will be 3 out of 14. And white is also not gone, and there are 7 white counters, so we can write 7 out of 14 over here. Then for the next section, if in case blue is gone, then orange will be same, which is 5 orange, so 5 out of 14, this will be probability. And blue, if one blue is gone, then remaining will be 2, so probability will be 2 out of 14. So for the second counter, it will be out of 14 because total will be 14. Now for this section, blue and white, so it will be 7 total white. So 7 out of 14 will be the probability. And the last section, which is white, for the white, this will be if one white is gone already. So there were 7 whites, so remaining will be basically 6 whites over here, we can write 6 over 14. Orange will remain as it is, which is 5, so 5 over 14. And blue will be the same, 3 over 14. This will be the probability. And after writing this probability, they are saying after completion of this tree diagram, which is 3-mark question, we have to calculate the probability that Priya takes 2 white counters. 2 white will be this white and this white, so we'll have to calculate for 2 white. And 2 white, we are multiplying this 7 over 15 multiply by 6 over 14, and we can write here, this is basically B part, so we can write here B part, and B part will be 7 over 15 into 6 over 14, and which we have taken from here, 7 over 15 into 6 over 14. So if we multiply by calculator, this will be 7 over 15 and multiplied by 6 divided by 14, and this is equal to 1 over 5. So probability will be 1 over 5 for this part. This is done. Now we can go through C part, and C part is saying calculate the probability that the counters Priya takes are not of the same color, not of the same color. So what we will do, we will calculate the probability that Priya is having same color, and we will subtract from 1. So same color will be what? Same color can be orange. Same color can be orange. So, and the second probability will be blue and blue, and third will be white and white. So white and white. White and white basically we have already calculated. So we will calculate probabilities for orange and blue, and we will add the probability which we have calculated just now. So orange will be what? 5 by 15. 5 by 15 multiply by 4 over 14. So we can write here for the C part, we can write here 5 by 14, 5 by 15 multiply by 4 by 14, this will be one probability. And the second probability which we need is blue and blue. So blue and blue will be 3 by 15 multiply by 3 by 15 multiply by 2 by 14. So we can write here 3 by 15 plus 2 over 14, and plus the last one which we have already calculated, which will be over here 7 by 15 into 6 over 14, so which is 1 over 5, but I'm writing here for your explanation the same like this one. Now this probability, combination of this all, we have to subtract from 1. Why we are subtracting from 1? As I told you that they are asking for not same color. We have taken these probabilities for same color and we are subtracting from 1 to get not of same color. So this will be equal to, we can solve this. Basically I will be solving them separately. This will be 1 over 5 and plus we can check for this one, 3 over 15 plus 2 over 14. For your explanation I'm doing this, 12 over 35. So 12 over 35 and plus this, the last third one is 5 over 15 and multiplication 4 over 4 over 14. This one is equal to 2 over 21. I will double check the middle one because I'm confused. Maybe I've done mistake. So 3 divided by 15 multiply by 2 divided by 14 is equal to, yes, this should be 1 over 35. So I think so. I maybe added. So this is what, these are the three probabilities. So from -1, and now we can write 1 minus, and inside the bracket will be 2 over 21 and plus 1 over 35 and then plus 1 divided by 5 and bracket close, and this will be equal to 71 over 105. This will be the probability of not getting same color. Question number 4. The total amount of money that was spent last March by Marco's family was this much. The table below gives information about the amount Marco's family spent on each of 4 items last March. So, health care, this much, insurance, food, travel, these numbers are provided, and housing and entertainment, and other items are left blank for us. Now we have to calculate a part. We have to calculate the percentage of the total amount that was spent on health care. So health care, if we check, is 336. So a part we can answer over here. Health care will be what? 336 out of total spending is 4200 and multiply by 100. This will be the percentage, and this will be equal to what? We can calculate this, 336 divided by 4200, and this will be multiplied by 100. This is equal to 8%. So for a part, answer is 8%. Now we can go through B part. Next part is saying the amount spent on travel was divided between Marco's car, his wife's car, and other transport. In the ratio of 4 ratio 3 ratio 2, calculate the amount in dollars that was spent on Marco's car. So 4, basically share is 4 out of sum of ratios is 4 plus 3 plus 2 will be 9. So B part we can answer over here. We can write sum of ratios. This will be equal to 4 plus 3 plus 2, which is equal to 9, and 4 will be divided by 9, and this will be, the amount is basically 630 on travel. So 630 amount we will be calculating like this one. So 4 divided by 9 multiply by 630, and this is equal to 280 dollars. So it will, answer will be dollars, in $280 will be our answer. Now after that, C part, basically the amount that was spent on food last March was 12% more than was spent on the food last Feb. So calculate the amount in dollars that was spent on food last Feb. So we don't know the original amount, so reverse percentage question. So 12% increase, for 12% increase, what we can do, we can directly add 100 plus 12 in 100, so this will be 112, and we can calculate 112% of the amount, which is 112% of the original amount, which is x, which we don't know, is equal to 546, which is provided in the question, and 546 food amount is over here. So this one we will be utilizing to get the original amount. So this is equal to 546. The rest is just simplification. So x will be equal to 546 and multiply by 100 and divided by 112, and this will be 546 and multiply by 100 and divided by 112, and this is equal to 487.5. This is in dollars, and this is the answer for this part. Now for D part, calculate the amount. Before that one, this one, the amount of money spent on entertainment last March was 12.5% of the total amount of money that was not spent on health insurance, food and travel. So we will calculate the amount like 12. What we are basically supposed to answer, this is what we have to understand. We need to find the 12.5% of the amount which is not spent on these four categories which they have mentioned, and those four categories we can add basically health, insurance, food and travel. So those categories will be 336 plus 504. I'm copying from the table which they have provided, and 546 and plus 630. These are the four amounts. So the total amount is 4200, and we will subtract these three amounts, and the remaining amount we will calculate the 12.5% of the remaining amount, and if after calculation we will get the answer. So 12.5 percent of what? Percent of this amount, which is 4200, minus in brackets 336 plus 4504 plus 546 and plus 630, and both brackets will be closed, and answer will be $273. So answer will be $273. Hopefully you understood. This is the easiest route which we can take. And for E part, Marco draws a pie chart that for the amounts his family spent on all the items last March. Calculate the size of angle in degrees for insurance. For insurance, we can check for insurance. 504 amount is spent on insurance, which is over here, 504. So this much amount, 504, and now we can use this one 504 out of this total amount. This is basically E part, which we can solve on this next page. E part is saying 504 amount is out of 4200, And for the pie chart, we are taking 630 because 360, sorry, 360 is the angle of the circle of the pie chart. So we can take 504 over 4200, and this will be multiplied by 360, and this is equal to 43.2. So we can write here 43.2 degrees. This will be our angle. Now F part, for F part, I will have to move to the question. F part is saying the angle in pie chart for housing is 114. Calculate the amount in dollars that was spent on housing. So housing amount is 114. If we check the remaining amount, if we check remaining amount will be 114. So 100, and basically they have, this is given 114, so this amount we can utilize 114, um, and we have to find the angle. So what we will do, we will take 114 and it will be divided by 360 into the total amount, which is 4200, and this will give us the amount, and this will be 114 divided by 360. What we can do, we can take fraction, 114 over 360 and multiply by 4200, and this is uh, 1330. So dollars 1330 will be answer for this part. Hopefully you understood this as well. Now we can move to the question number 5, which is triangle A, B, C are drawn on the grid opposite. Describe fully the single transformation that maps triangle A onto triangle B. So transformation we will check from the next page, which is A onto B, and A onto B. This is basically the transformation which we have done, and we can check for that one. We have to basically draw the lines. So this will be we can draw first line over here like this one. So this is our first line which we had drawn. Now we can go for the second line as well, and second line is joining at this point, and the third vertices also we can join all three vertices of both the triangles, and this is the point of basically enlargement. We can see the this is A is being enlarged, and the point center of enlargement is -1 and 5. So -1 and 5 will be center of enlargement. So we can provide answer. This is enlargement by scale factor 2. Why scale factor 2? Because this is doubling the size. If you check, for example, this side is doubled by this side, so it's doubling in size, so scale factor will be 2. We can write answer as A part. We have to describe fully, so A part will be what? A part will be enlargement by scale factor 2, and center will be what? Center of enlargement will be -1 and 5. -1 and 5, this is center of enlargement. Now this is done. B part, triangle A is reflected in the y-axis to give triangle C. On the grid, draw the triangle C. Now we need to draw the triangle C on the grid. So B part answer will be basically on the grid. So we have to reflect and the reflection, we can take the points. These will be the points which we are identifying, these 3 points, and we have to join the points to get the triangle. And hopefully you are understanding each and everything. I'm trying to explain each and every point. So this will be basically C, triangle C. We have to label it as C. Now this part is also done. They are saying that label the triangle C, which we have already done. Now the next part, triangle D, is the image of triangle C under transformation matrix M, and transformation matrix M is provided, and we have to basically transform it. We have to change it, and by using this matrix 0, 2, minus 2 and 0. So C part we can solve over here. B we have already shown on the diagram. So we will take the given matrix, which is 0, 2 and minus 2 and 0. This is the given matrix, and the other matrix of the triangle we can take, which is um, minus 2 for C. We are checking for C, so we'll go down. This is for C. So minus 2 and minus 2 and 1 will be this point, minus 2 and 1, and minus 2 and 4 will be this point, and minus 3 and 3 will be this point. So we will write this in form of matrix, and that matrix will be what? That matrix will be minus 2 1, minus 2 4 and minus 3 and 3, and this matrix we will write over here, basically on top over here, and we will multiply it. So it will be minus 2, I'll write like this, minus 2 and 1, then minus 2 and 4, and minus 3 and 3, and this will be the matrix. And after multiplication, we can multiply, like for example, this first row, first column, and our matrix will become, this will be 0 into minus 2 will be 0, and 2 into 1 will be 2, so we'll write here 2. Then first row and second column, so it will be 0 into minus 2 will be 0, so 2 into 4 will be 8, so this term will be 8. Then first row and third column, and this will be 0 into minus 3 will be 0, so 2 into 3 will be 6, so our term will be 6 over here. And next we can take this one, first row, first column, so it will be minus 2 and minus 2 will be 4, and 0 and 1 will be 0. So for the first row and second column, so we can write minus 2 into minus 2 will be 4, and the other will be 0. And similarly we can multiply second row and third column, so this will be minus 2 into minus 3 will be 6, so this term will be 6, the other term will be 0. So this is basically the matrix which we will get. And after getting this matrix, on the grid, draw the and label the diagram D. So we have to draw this diagram D, and we got the coordinates 2 8 4 2 4 2 4. First we will check for 2 4, and 2 4 is basically this one, 2 4 is this. Then next one is 8 4, so 8 4 will be this point, will be 8 4. And third point is 6 6, so 6 6 will be our this point, and joining these 3 points will get the triangle. And we can join these 3 points carefully, and hopefully you are understanding. So I'm trying to draw as accurately as possible. So this is basically D and triangle labeled D. So we are done with basically this part as well. So the triangle D in the image of triangle A. Triangle D is the image of triangle A under the transformation matrix N. Find the matrix N. Now matrix N we have to find. So what we can do, we can write equations for this one. So what I will do, I will solve this question over here on this space so that we can easily refer this this drawing also. So this is our D point answer for D. We can write here D, and the equations which we can form from the given drawing, or what we can form the equations which is basically uh, 2a. We will take the points. How we will be taking the points? First of all, I will take this point, this one, which is 2 and 1. And 2 and 1 is equal to what? 2 and 1 is equal to 8. So 2 and 1 is equal to basically, in the matrix which we just found, I will copy that matrix which we found, which is this one. So this matrix I'm utilizing 2 4 8 4. I will write here 2 4 8 4. So matrix which we just found is 2 4 8 4 and 6 6. This matrix is the complete transformation which we found. I will be using this one. So this point, which is, I have highlighted this point, which is 2 and 1. So I will form the equation from here, which is 2 and 1. So I will write 2a plus 1b is equal to this first term, which is equal to 2. And the second equation which we will form from 2 and 4, which will be this point 2 and 4, and we can write here equation 2a plus 4b is equal to this point, which is sorry, not this point, the other point. Which one? This is D. So we can write 8, and these are two equations. Third equation, we can take the third point, and third point is this one, which is 3 and 3. So for that one, we can write the equation 3a plus 3b is equal to this 6. Now from here we can write the three other equations for the other points, which is 2 and 1 basically for D, and 2 and 4 for C. Similarly, we will write 2C plus 1D is equal to this lower one. We can write 4, and similarly 2C plus 4D is equal to this 4, and 3C plus 3D is equal to 6, which is this one. So after writing these 6 equations, now our target is to find the value of A, B, C, D. To find the value of A, B, C, D, so what we will do, we will use these two equations. For example, this one, equation 1 and equation 2 we can use. So 2a plus b is equal to 2, and 2a plus 4b is equal to 8, and we can subtract this one. So changing signs, This will be gone and this will be minus 2b is equal to minus 6. So b is, this implies b is equal to 3. So b value we will get 3, and I will box this one so that we can utilize this later. Now this b value we can replace in any of these two equations, 1 or 2, and we'll get value of a. So we know 2a plus b is equal to 2. So we'll replace 3 for b. So 2a plus 3 is equal to 2. So 2a is equal to minus, not, b is equal to 3. Yes. So minus 1. Um, Basically we are doing some mistake. B should be equal to, we are done mistake over here. This is not 2, this is 3, minus 3. So we will get here 2, and value for b will be 2 over here. So this will be equal to 0. So this implies a is equal to 0, and we will box this value also. So we got a, b values. Now we can find c, d value. I will be using these equations, two equations we can use for c, d value. So 2c plus d is equal to 4. 2c 2c plus d is equal to 4, and 2c plus d 4d. 2c plus 4d is equal to also 4. So we can basically subtract, and when we subtract, this will be cancelled, this will be cancelled. So minus 3d is equal to 0, and this implies d is equal to 0, and we will box this value. And for we will replace this value in any of these two equations. So I'll replace in first one, which is 2c plus d is equal to 4. So 2c plus 0 is equal to 4. This implies c is equal to 4 by 2, which is equal to 2. So c is equal to 2. So we got basically this value as well. Now we got a, b, c, d values, and we will write the matrix. And what will be the matrix? Matrix is a value is, a value is 0, b value is 2. So a 0, 2, and 2, and 0, 2, and 0. So this will be basically the matrix which we were supposed to find. This is done. This was a little tricky question. Question number 6. Diagram is provided which is not accurately drawn, and figure 1 shows a right pentagonal prism with a horizontal square PQRS. Side is 12 centimeter. So these two sides are 12 centimeter. And the other information provided is this one is 5 centimeter, and WQ is also 5 centimeters. And angle 140, this one, and angle, these two angles are 90. So this angle and this angle is basically 90, which they have provided. And M is the midpoint. M is the midpoint of PQ, and XM is an axis of symmetry of the pentagon. M is the midpoint and M is over here. So after going to the question, calculate the size in degrees, one decimal place to one decimal place of angle VMR. So we'll have to understand which angle is VMR. VMR. So I will erase this also. VMR. So if we join V with M, this will be VM and R. If we have to join also R with this one, so this will be VMR, and we have to find this angle. To find this angle, we have this height which is 5 centimeter, and we need MR, so we can calculate MR. So we can write here MR, a part. MR will be equal to what? MR will be equal to, by basically Pythagoras theorem. So we will be considering this triangle to calculate MR. So this side will be 6, this much will be 6 centimeters, and this side is 12 centimeters. So we can find the hypotenuse. So MR, we can write MR is equal to MQ square. Basically MR square is equal to, MR square is equal to MQ square plus QR square. MQ square plus QR squared, and MR squared will be equal to 6 squared plus 12 squared. These are the values. So MR, we can calculate 6 squared plus 12 squared under root. So we can take root of this one. So this will be equal to, we can check, this will be root of 6 squared plus 12 squared, and this is equal to 6 under root 5. 6 under root 5. This will be our MR value which we found, and this MR is 6 under root 5. Now we have this side which is perpendicular and base, and we can utilize this to find uh, basically angle. Also calculate the size in degrees to one decimal place of VMR. So it will be tan. So this will be, we can find this basically tan in triangle VMR. So we can consider in triangle VMR, tan theta will be equal to VR over MR. Basically, yes, so VR over MR, VR over MR, and this is equal to what? 5 over 6 under root 5 MR we just found over here. And this angle, this one we can find, this will be, theta will be equal to, tan inverse of 5 over 6 under root 5, and with the help of calculator we can find shift tan of 5 over 6 root of 5, and this will be closed, and this is equal to 20.43. So 20.43, and they are saying answer up to one decimal place, so we will write it as 20.4, and this will be degrees. This will be our final answer for this part. Now for B part, they are saying calculate the length in centimeters to one decimal place of PU. Now we have to identify where is PU. So for PU, we can draw line from P to U, and we'll change the color for your understanding, and PU will be this line, and this one we will have to, if we complete the triangle, so we can draw a dotted line over here. I'm drawing for your consideration, and this will be basically the midpoint, and we can draw the triangle by joining these points also. So I'm, this one also I'm drawing the dotted line. Now we have this triangle, so we can find PU, we need to find for that one. first we will consider this, basically this triangle, to find hypotenuse of this triangle. So we require, for example, if this point we are marking it as n, so Pn will be found, which is Pn will be on, Sn will be 6, and this side will be basically this side will be 12. So similar to that one, we can find basically uh, we can take this height as h, and we can find basically uh, first we will join this one. So if we draw a dotted line from here, or we can draw a solid line from here, so up to this one is 5. So we can first target is to find h, which is basically this height. I'm interested to find this height, and to find this height up to this one is up to basically its line is deleted, so I'll redraw this. So up to this point is, this height is 5, and this additional height we need to find. And for that one, so we can consider basically this triangle, and in this triangle we are interested to find the additional height. So we will consider this angle, this one, and this angle is 70 degrees. Why it is 70 degrees? Because 140 is provided for this whole angle, so half of this will be 70. And now we can consider the triangle which I have shaded, this green triangle. And now we will be considering tan of 70 degrees, so we can take it as tan of 70 degree is equal to 6 over h. 6 is our this side, this one is 6, and h is basically this height which we are looking for. So this will be tan of 70. So we can calculate this. This will be h is equal to 6 tan 6 over tan of 70, 6 over tan of 70 degrees, and this value, by the help of calculator, we can check. 6 divided by tan of 70 degree, this will be equal to, there is error which we have to put bracket over here, and this will be equal to 2.18. So 2.18 we can write 2.18, and next number is 38, so we will write 2.184. So this is basically additional height. So now pu is equal to what? Pu is equal to, we can take square of this one, pu in triangle pun. Pu will be equal to Pythagoras theorem, basically we are going to apply. Pu will be equal to um, Pn square plus n and u square. This square Pu square will be equal to Pn square, which is base, and pnu, which is height, so square of these two, and this will be equal to 6 under root 5. This side of the triangle 6 under root 5 we have already calculated. This one 6 under root 5, it will be same as we have calculated over here. So we'll take 6 under root 5. and height we will take 5 plus the height which we found just now, which is additional heights. So we will take this plus 5, so this will be equal, this one plus this will be 2.184 and plus 5, and this will be taken as square of this one and square of this one. This will be equal to pu squared, and for this we can write pu is equal to 6 under root 5 squared plus this will be 2.184 plus 5 whole squared. This will be root, and this one we will be calculating by the help of calculator. It will be 6 root sorry, we'll have to take first bracket, so it will be 6 root 5 and bracket close will be taken over here, and this will be squared, and plus this will be bracket, then 2.184 and plus this will be 5 and bracket close, and this will be also squared, and this will be equal to 15.21 15.21, and we up to one decimal place we can write it as 15.2 centimeters, because the rest of the measurements in the diagram they have provided are in centimeters. Now this is done. Now we can move to the next question, which is question number 7. Question number 7 says, lot of space provided for this. Now question number 7 is the equation of a curve is provided over here. This is the equation of the curve, and we have to complete the values for that one. We can use basically calculator also, so we will write 5 minus alpha, basically alpha x, this one over 2 divided by 2, and then minus x squared, so alpha x and whole squared. And now we have to calculate these blank values. So I will check for minus 4, we should get minus 9 value. So calculate for minus 4 and we are getting minus 9, so our process is correct. So we'll find for minus 3. Now calculate for minus 3, and this is equal to minus 5 by 2, or we can write minus 2.5. So minus 2.5 will be this value, and now we will calculate for 0. Calculate for x is equal to 0, and this will give us 5. So our value over here is 5. Now we'll have to calculate for 3. Calculate for x is equal to 3, and this value is minus 11 by 2, which we can write it as minus 5.5. Now we are done with the table. B part is on the grid opposite. Plot the points from your completed table and join them to form a smooth curve. So we'll have to plot these points. Minus 4 and 9 on this one we have to plot. So first value is minus 4 and 9, minus 4 and minus 9, basically minus 4 and minus 9 will be this point. Next point is minus 3 and minus 2.5, so minus 2.5 and minus 3 will be this point. And next is minus 2 and 2, so minus 2 and 2 will be this point. Then minus 1 and 4.5, so 4.5 will be over here roughly. Then 0 and 5, 0 and 5 is over here. Then 1 and 3.5, so 1 and 3.5 is almost this point, and 2 and 0 will be this one. Then 3 and minus 5.5, 3 and minus 5.5 will be over here. So we have basically marked all the points. Now we have to draw the smooth curve. To draw smooth curve, this will also be a little practice is required for that one. I will try to draw as smooth curve as possible. So we can draw like this one, and this is correct, but I want to just rectify this portion. And now this is, I think so, better than earlier. Now we will draw the other side, and other side we can draw like this one, and from here also we need to draw this one, and the upper portion of the curve will be like this. Now we need to draw this portion, which is we can draw over here. So this is what I've drawn. Now we will go through the next section of the question. Using your curve, find the estimate of the maximum value on to one decimal place. Maximum value to one decimal place for this one. So we can check from here. Value will be, maximum value is around like minus 0.5. So now if we'll check for this one, calculate for minus 0.5 or minus 0.5, this will be giving us 5. Now this is 5 value over here. Now we can check for other values, like calculate for 0 point minus 0.25, and this is basically 5.06. So they are saying um, like 5.1 will be the maximum, so 0.5. So we can indicate over here, like if I redraw like this one, so 5.1 will be the maximum point which we can show. The maximum value which we can show is like this one over here. We can show the maximum value, and this will be for 2.25. So we can show like this one with the dotted line. This will be the maximum value of y, which is 5.1. This is 5.1. So our answer for this part will be, C part will be 5.1, which we have indicated on the curve. So we can write here part C will be maximum value will be 5.1. So y is equal to 5.1. This will be the maximum value. Then we can go through part D. Part D is saying use your curve to find the range of x to one decimal place for which this is greater than equal to 3. So we can check for that range also greater than equal to 3. So we can first of all we'll be drawing the line. Greater than equal to 3 will be this line. If I change the color and show the line greater than equal to 3, this will be basically 3, and we require more than this value. Basically this portion will be greater than equal to 3 portion. So our answer will be, from this section it should be 1 point, roughly this is 1.6 or 7. So I will take like roughly minus 1.7, and this side is basically roughly it is like closer to 1.2. So it's D part, we can write answer D part as x is greater than equal to 1.7 and less than equal to 1.2. This will be the range. And now for E part, they are saying E part is this one. By drawing a suitable straight line on the grid, find estimates to one decimal place for the solutions of this equation. So this given equation, we have to solve this. So we can solve this given equation. Basically, what we can do, we can solve it over here. Over here we can solve. This is E part. So E part, basically the given equation is 3 minus x square is equal to 0, and we need to change the shape, and we require basically this format, which is y is equal to 5 minus x by 2 minus x square. This is basically the format which is provided, and we want to achieve this format. To make this format, I will rearrange it. Minus x square minus x plus 3 is equal to 0, and this minus x I will be writing like this one, minus x by 2 and minus x by 2, which will be always which is already summing up to minus x. So, and plus 5 is also deficient, so I will add plus 5 and minus 5, and this tail portion plus 3 I will write here, and I'm trying to achieve that format. And this portion is basically now first I'll rearrange, then I will write this one, minus x squared minus x over 2 plus 5, basically this one, and the remaining portion minus 5 minus x by 2 plus 3 is equal to 0 is the other portion which is remaining. So this portion we can write it as y. This is exactly the same as y, so we can write y is minus 5 minus x by 2 plus 3 is equal to 0. And what next? We can simplify this, y and minus x by 2, and this will be minus 2 is equal to 0, or we can write y is equal to x by 2 and plus 2. So this is basically y is equal to mx plus c format. And they are asking us in the question, if we go through the question, they are saying that we have to, by drawing a suitable line. So this is the suitable line which we have found, and now we will be drawing that line on this graph. And that line, if I write that line, is y is equal to x by 2 plus 2. So this is the line which we solved over here, this one, y is equal to x by 2 plus 2, and we will be plotting this on this graph. I've just copied it to for your reference, and this portion is telling us that it is passing through plus 2. It means like y intercept is plus 2, so we can mark y intercept as this one. This is y-intercept, and for the gradient, which is 1 by 2, m value is 1 by 2. So 1 is rise and 2 is run. So 1 unit up and 2 units right, it will be this mark, and we have to draw the line basically passing through these 2 points. And if I draw the line accurately, this one, it's almost done, this one. Now we need to find the range of values which we can write over here. This is almost 2.3, minus 2.3 on this side, and 1.2 Basically, if I draw, this is the reference for this one. So it is 1.3 on this side, and this reference minus 2.3 on this side. So our this one, basically answer for this one, which we have drawn uh, on a by drawing a suitable line on the grid, find estimates to one decimal place for the solution of this. So solution of these two are what? It is x is equal to this one minus 2.3 and 1.3. So this final part, which is basically E part. So answer to E part I will copy over here, which is x is equal to minus 2.3 and 1.3. So x is equal to minus 2.3 and x is equal to 1.3. These two will be the answers for this part. Hopefully you understood this. Now we can move to next question, which is question number 8, and question number 8 basically is functions question. We have to solve this functions question. The function f of x and g of x are defined. These are the functions provided, and we have to, this is the f of x and this is g of x, and state the value of x that must be excluded from the domain of g. And for that one we will check, this is basically the denominator should not be equal to 0. So for a part we will write 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. This implies 2x is equal to 3 and x is equal to 3 by 2, which is equal to 1.5. So x is equal to 1. X should not be equal to 1.5, otherwise it will be not defined. So state the value of x that must be excluded. So 1.5 should be excluded. And B part, find g of f of 4. So first of all we will write f of 4. f of 4, f of x is equal to, so we can write B part over here, and B part will be what? B part is f of x, we know is such that 3x minus 5. So f of 4 we will write, f of 4 will be equal to 3 into 4 minus 5, which is 12 minus 5, which is 7. So f of 4 will be 7. So now we can find g of f of 4, and this will be equal to, and g of x, if we check, g of x is equal to what? G of x is equal to 1 over 2x minus 3. So in this one we will replace value 1 over 2 into x. We will write basically this one will be 2 into 7 minus 3, because x value is 7, f of 4 is 7, so we have replaced this. So this will be equal to 1 over 14 minus 3. So g of f of 4 will be equal to 1 over 11, and this will be answer for this part. Now we can go through basically C part, and C part says f of h of 7. F of h of 7 we have to find, and for that one what we can do, first we will write f of h of x. This is our C part. F of h of x, we have to basically write f of h of x, and this is equal to 4. It is given, so we will write first f of First we can write basically f of h of x, and this will be equal to 3 into 2x over x minus 3. And how we got this? Basically we have replaced, uh, first we found h of, which is given, h of x is given, h of x is given over here, this one, and f of h of x mean we replaced h of x value in this 3. This x we have replaced with this one, 2x over this, so we got this equation. Hopefully you understood this step, and this will be minus 5, and this is given that this is equal to 7. Now we will have to just simplify this equation. So 3 into 2x over x minus 3, and minus 5 we will shift to other side, that will be 7 plus 5, which is equal to 12. And further simplification, we can basically shift this one, so 3 to other side, so 2x over x minus 3 is equal to 12 over 3, which is equal to 4. So 2x over x minus 3 is equal to 4, and we can cross multiply. It will be 2x is equal to 4x minus 12. So 4x minus 2x will be equal to 12. So it means 2x is equal to 6, and 2x is equal to basically 12, not 6. 2x is equal to 12. So this implies x is equal to 6. This will be value which we found for this one. Now for C part, this is basically done for C part. Now we will be going through D part, and D part is saying express the inverse function h of x, and h of x we will be finding, and h of x is what? H of x we know, we can write this y is equal to D part, this will be D part over here, and y is equal to 2x minus x minus 3. And now we can make x as subject. To make x as subject, we will cross multiply xy minus 3y is equal to 2x, and we can take basically x, we will shift x to a one side, so xy and minus 2x is equal to 3y. And now we can take x common, so inside will be y minus 2 is equal to 3y. And now we can shift and make x as subject, so this will be 3y over y minus 2. And now we can swap x and y, so y is equal to 3x over x minus 2. This will be basically our f inverse value. So this is basically the inverse which we were supposed to find. This is done. Now we can go through the last part. Last part is E part over here, which is asking for this one: solve g of x plus h of x is equal to 1, show your working, and give your solution in the form a plus b root x, and where a and b are the integers. So first of all we will write g of x is equal to, g of x is given and h of x is also given. This is E part. So E part, if I write over here, g of x is provided, which is equal to 1 over 2x minus 3, and h of x is also provided, which is 2x over x minus 3. Now we have to add these two, so 1 over 2x minus 3 and plus 2x over x minus 3, and it is given by the condition of question that this is equal to 1. So we'll have to simplify this. To simplify this, what we can do, we can multiply 1 with x minus 3, and we can write here x minus 3 and plus 2x with this one, so 2x into 2x minus 3, and is equal to 1 into x minus 3 into 2x minus 3. Hopefully this is cross multiplication which we have done. Now we have to just simplify. First we'll open the bracket, so x minus 3 and plus 2 into 2 will be 4, so 4x squared, and minus 6x is equal to this x into 2x will be 2x squared, then x into minus 3 will be minus 3x, and minus 3 into 2x will be minus 6x, and minus 3 into minus 3 will be plus 9. And now we will be simplifying this. So to simplify this, this side will be 4x squared and minus 5x minus 3, and this is equal to, this side will be 2x squared and minus 9x plus 9. So we'll shift everything to one side. So this will be 4x squared minus 2x squared minus 5x plus 9x minus 3, and minus 9 is equal to 0. So this will be 2x squared and plus 4x and minus 12 is equal to 0. So this will be our quadratic equation. We can take 2 common. Inside will be x squared plus 2x minus 6 is equal to 0. So 2 cannot be equal to 0. So this implies x squared plus 2x minus 6 is equal to 0. And this is basically the quadratic equation which we can simplify, and this will be mod 5 3, and coefficient of x square is 1 and coefficient of x is 2, and this will be minus 6, and this will be equal to this one. So what you can do, you can apply quadratic formula which is already provided on the sheet over here. Over here on this one they have provided this quadratic formula. You can use this one or factorize as I have done with the calculator, but you will have to show working. So you will have to write the that step, like for example x is equal to minus b plus minus b square. So minus b value will be what, minus 2, and plus minus b square minus 4ac, b square will be 2 square minus 4 into a will be 1, and c will be minus 6 over 2 into 1. After writing this one, you can use this calculator answer. You can write here x1 is equal to minus 1 plus minus 1 plus under root 7, and x2 also you can check, that will be minus, so this is equal to minus 1 minus under root 7. And this is the basically answer which we got for this question. Hopefully you understood this question well. Question number 9. Diagram is provided which is not accurately drawn. Figure 2 shows a solid right square based pyramid with height 20 centimeters. The volume of the pyramid is 960 centimeter cube. The pyramid is standing with its square base on a horizontal table, and they have given another drawing. The pyramid is divided into a smaller right square based pyramid of height 10 centimeter and a first term of the pyramid as shown in the figure 3 by a horizontal cut. Calculate the volume of centimeter cube of the smaller pyramid. So to we will check the ratio between the heights. The bigger one is 20 centimeter height and the smaller one is 10 centimeter height. So we can write height ratio A part, we can write K is equal to 10 divided by 20. So this will be 1 by 2 will be the ratio, and this will be length ratio. Now we can find the volume ratio. So volume ratio, we will be taking k cube for volume ratio, and this will be equal to 1 by 2 cubed, which can be written as 1 over 8. Now this is our volume ratio, and the volume of bigger pyramid is provided as 960. So from here we can find the volume of the smaller cone, and volume of smaller cone will be, it's basically smaller, we can write shape will be equal to 1 by 8 of 960, and 1 by 8 of 960 is what? 1 over 8 of 960 is equal to 120 centimeter cube. This will be answer for A part. This will be volume for the smaller cone. Now B part, calculate the total surface area in centimeter cubes to three significant figures of the first term of the pyramid. So we need the total surface area of this lower portion is required. This total surface area of this shape is required. So what we can do, we will take the volume of both the shapes. Like for example, volume formula is also provided over here. Volume of pyramid is equal to 1 by 3 into base area into height, and this one we will apply on the bigger cone. So volume, bigger shape, so volume will be equal to 1 by 3 of base area into height. So we can replace volume is 960 of bigger shape, and this will be 1 by 3 as it is, and here it will be base area. So base area is and multiply by height, which is 20. So this will be 20. Now for simplification, we can write base area. We will make subject base area is equal to 960, and this 3 we can shift to other side. 1 by 3 will go other side, so it will go as the numerator, and divided by 20, which will be denominator, and this will be simplifying to 960 over this one will be multiplied by 3 and over will be 20, and this will be giving us 144. So this will be 144. Now this is the area of base in case of bigger shape, and we can find the side because it is square. So side length, we can write side length will be equal to 144 under root, because it is square. So if we take square root of this, answer will be 12. So it is equal to 12 centimeters. So one side will be 12 centimeter, which we have just found. In this case we are discussing this shape, so this is 12 centimeters, and this side is also 12 centimeters. Now we can use the area of a smaller shape to find the length of the base. So area, again the same formula we will be applying. Area of smaller shape is 120, and 120 is equal to 1 by 3 into base area into height, which is 10. So now again, base area of smaller shape, base area, this will be for smaller shape, we can write here, and this will be base area is equal to 120 into 3 divided by 10, and this will be equal to, we can simplify this. So fraction 120 into 3 and divided by 10, this will be equal to 36. And side length also we can find. Side length will be equal to 36 root, which is equal to 6. So centimeters, basically this will be the length. So we got this information that this side is 6 centimeter, 6 centimeter, 6 centimeter. Now, after getting this information, now we need to find the height of this shape. To find the height of this shape, what we will be doing, if we draw, like for example, if I draw this line in the middle, like for example over here, this will be the middle line, and I'm trying to show the concept over here. So hopefully you will understand. This is like the triangle which we want to consider is this triangle. I will shade this one. We want to consider this triangle and see the difference. This side, basically this side is 3, so side length, this one is 3 and height is 10. Total is 12. Out of 12, the difference between these heights, for example, from here you will understand, this additional height is 3 on this side and uh, 3 on this side also. So this side will also be 3 centimeter. So out of 12, 3 is gone, 3 is gone, so middle one will be 6. So difference between this top height and the bottom height will be basically 3 on each side. So that's why we have taken this. If I draw separately, the bigger triangle which I wanted to consider is this one. So this is basically the triangle, and this shaded triangle is zoomed in over here. This side is 3, this side is 10, and we can find this hypotenuse. This will be 3 square plus 10 square under root by Pythagoras theorem, as this is right angle triangle, and we are basically using this 3 square plus 10 square under root. We can find this will be square root of 3 squared plus 10 squared, and this is equal to 1 root of 109. So we can write here 109 under root, and this 109 under root we can utilize. Basically we will be now finding the surface area, and for the surface area what we will do, we will take 144 because one side is 12 into 12, so we will use this page. So 144, from where we got this 144, this is basically the base, this one, base of this bigger shape, which is 12 centimeter by 12 centimeter. So base of this bigger shape will be, like if I show you from this drawing, this will be 12 into 12, 12 into 12. So this base will be, this is basically smaller shape, so the base of this bigger shape will be over here. So this base will be 12 into 12, which is 144, and this upper top one, this top one will be this, which is 6 into 6, top one, surface area. So I will add in this surface area, which is 6 into 6, which is 36, plus we have four sides which are trapezium shaped. These four sides are trapezium shape. If I draw separately, those trapezium shapes are like this one, like this one. So one side is like this, this is like one side, which is this side is 12, this side is 6, and perpendicular height is 10. Perpendicular height is 10. So we will be using half into a plus b into perpendicular height h. This will be area of the trapezium, and keep in mind these are four shapes, four trapeziums on all four sides. So we will be adding in this, by this formula we will be adding 1 by 2 4 into 1 by 2 into 12 plus 6, and multiply by height, which we have calculated under root of 109. Hopefully you understood this. This will be the surface area. So we can add this calculation. This will be 144 plus 36 plus 4 into multiply by 1 over, we can write 0.5, multiply by 0.5, and inside the bracket will be 12 plus 6, and then we can multiply it with under root of 109, and this will be resulting to 555.85. So 555.85, 85, sorry, 85, yeah, 85. So now we can write it approximately 556. This will be 556 centimeter square, because this is area, so centimeter square we can take. This is done. Now this was a little tricky question. Second part was a little tricky. And question number 10, a particle P is moving along a straight line through the fixed point O. The displacement s meters of P and O at t seconds is given by this equation. This is basically displacement, and t is greater than equal to 0. Find the displacement in meters of P and O when P is instantaneously at rest. So we can find basically the velocity. So velocity will be equal to, we will take the derivative ds over dt, and derivative of this equation will be what? This will be 3t squared minus 14t and minus 5, and derivative of the constant will be 0. So this one, and for instantaneous we will just put equal to 0. So this will be 3t square minus 14t and minus 5 is equal to 0. Change in displacement will be 0. So now we can solve this quadratic equation, and we can use mode 5 3, and this will be coefficient of x square is 3, then minus 14, coefficient of t and coefficient constant will be minus 5, and this will be 5 and minus 1 by 3. So our equation will be t minus 5, and the other one will be t minus 1 by 3 is equal to 0, or you can write it as 3t minus 1. So this will be 3t minus 1. So we can write it as basically t is t minus 5 is equal to 0, or 3t minus 1 equal to 0, and this will be t is equal to 5 and t is equal to uh, 1 over 3. Basically this should be plus over here, and this will be minus 1 over 3. Now negative value we will ignore, and we will take the positive value, and in the displacement we will be putting this t value 5, and this is the equation given. T cube mean 5 cubed, I'm putting in this equation. So minus 7 into 5 squared and minus 5 into 5 and plus 121, and rest is just simplification. If I use calculator for that one, so this will be 5 cubed and minus basically over here minus, then 7 into 5 squared, and next will be minus 5 into 5 and plus 121, and this is equal to 46. So S value will be equal to 46. This is our final answer for this question. Hopefully you understood this question as well. Question number 11 is a tricky question. They have given a diagram, and diagram is not accurately drawn. This is a triangle and diagonals are drawn. So figure 4 shows triangle OAB in which OA is equal to A. So OA is this direction, OA is A, so this is A, and OB is B. So this one OB is B, this is OB direction, and they're saying this is B. Now P is the point on AB such that AP ratio PB. So AP ratio AB is 2 ratio 1. AP ratio PB is 2 ratio 1. So we can write this one as 2 by 3 and this one as 1 by 3. So this will be 1 by 3 portion of whatever AB is, and this AP will be 2 by 3 of whatever AP is. AB AB is. So this direction, and for this one will be this direction. Now we can find AB first, and AB will be what? AB will be starting from A, so it will be minus, starting from A to O will be minus A, and then O to B will be B. So we can write this one as minus A plus B, and this will be 2 by 3 portion, and this will be minus A plus B, and this will be 1 by 3 portion. So we are incorporating the information given, and on the basis of information we are writing on the triangle. Then Q is the point on OP such that OQ is equal to OP, OQ ratio QP is 1 ratio 3, and 1 ratio 3 is which one? Is OQ. So this will be 1 ratio 3. So 1 by 4 and 3 by 4. So we can write this one as 1 by 4 and 3 by 4. And if we find OP, OP will be what? If we write OP, OP will be basically, we can write OP as A over 3. This one, uh, we can write this as OP will be equal to OB plus BP this direction, and OB will is B, and plus BP will be negative of this one, and we can write it as 1 by 3 minus of this, so minus 1 by 3 of minus A plus B, and if we simplify, this will be what? This will be this will be plus 1 by 3A and minus 1 by 3 1 by 3b, and further if we calculate, this will be 1 by 3a, or we can write a by 3, and this will be 1 minus 1 by 3b, which is plus 2 by 3b. So this will be basically OP, uh, which we found. OP is this one, and OQ is 1 by 4th portion of this, so we will write 1 by 4th portion of A by 3 and plus 2 by 3B plus 2 by 3B. This is basically OQ portion, and QP portion will be 3 by 4 of same thing, which is A by 3 plus 2 by 3B, and this is 3 by 4th portion. Now after this one, R is the point on OB. R is the point on OB such that RQA is straight line. RQA is a straight line. Okay, so this is R, this is Q, and this is A, and this is a straight line they have mentioned. Now what we our task is, what our task is, calculate in its simplest form the ratio of OR, ratio RB. We have to calculate ratio of OR and RB, we have to calculate. So we will be finding the basically required sides. Like for example, we can find we have written all these sides over here. Like for example, AP is equal to this one, which we have written on this. We can write this is equal to, like for example, over here if I write this is equal to AP, this is the information which we have provided, and BP also we have provided this information over here, and I can write here BP is equal to this one. So we have provided this information, we have provided this information on the drawing, and OP also, basically BP also we have BP will be the negative side. So if I write the information, like for example, AP, first of all I will write down the AP information which we have written over here. AP is equal to, I have explained you how we got this, 2 by 3 of, I will copy over here, 2 by 3 of minus A plus B. This will be our AP. Then BP also, BP will be the negative of whatever we have written over here. So this will be minus 1 by 3 BP. We can write minus, sorry, 1 by 3A. We can write in sequence 1 by 3A and minus 1 by 3B. This will be our BP, which we can write from here, negative of this value, negative of this value. Then we can write PB also. PB will be what? PB will be equal to 1 by 3B if we change sign, and 1 by 3A. And OP also we can write, OP is equal to what? OP is, we have written over here, we will combine these two. So this will be A by 3 plus 2 by 3B. So A by 3 OP is equal to, if A by 3 plus B 2 by 3B, 2 by 3B. So all these directions with vectors, vectors with directions, and PO we can invert this PO direction, and this will be 1 by 3 of minus 1 by 3 of A, and plus sorry, again minus 2 by 3, minus 2 by 3 of B. So these are the informations which we are getting from this drawing, and I have explained you how we are getting these informations. And then we can write OQ as well. OQ also we have written on this drawing. OQ is A by 12, or we can write 1 by 4 of, directly I write A by 12 plus 2 by 12 of B. 2 by 12 will be 1 by 6. So I will write 1 by 12 of A plus 1 by 6 of B, and this is also represented on the drawing. And PQ also we have, and PQ will be minus of this direction after multiplication of this one with minus. I will write this as 3 will be cancelled with 3, so minus a by 4. So this will be PQ direction, and PQ will be equal to minus a by 4 and minus 1 by 2b. These all informations we are copying from this drawing which I have already explained. And next thing what we'll be doing, we can write AQ starting from A to Q. This will be basically uh, AQ direction. How we will be taking this is AQ, this one. So it will be this root minus A, and we will be adding this one which is 1 by 4, and so we will take direction for this one. So we will write AQ. If I write AQ over here, so AQ will be equal, this vector will be equal to minus A plus A over 12 and plus 1 by 6B, and further we can simplify this, and this will be equal to minus 11 by 12A plus 1 by 6b. This will be our AQ, and this is we can write AR as well. And what will be AR? AR from the drawing, if we see, AR is this complete A to R. So AR will be minus A and plus something like minus A plus this total side is B. This total side is B. So we can take it as MB. So there will be something multiplied by B will be this component from O to R. So we can write it as minus A. So AR will be equal to minus A and plus something multiplied, some portion of B will be there. Now AR, we can write AR is equal to N of 1 by 6B and minus 11 by 12A. This is basically we have taken n of this one 1 by 6b minus 11 by 12a. Similarly, we can write rq also, and if I write rq will be what? 1 by 6 minus k into b plus 1 by 12. So this will be basically our rq. And OR, we can write OR will be equal to 1 by 12 minus mu into A and plus 1 over 6 plus mu K into B. And after writing this one, we can write OR is equal to, if we take this A component separately, and we separately write 12a, 1 by 12a, basically a should be here, 1 by 12a plus this one 1 by 6b, uh, and we are taking basically mu component separately, and this will be 1 over 6 nb minus 11 by 12a. So this will be our final equation, and from here we can figure out like n, if we are taking n is equal to 1 by 11. So OR will be equal to 1 by 12a plus 1 by 6b into uh, next will be, we can replace basically n is equal to 1 over 11. So this will be 1 by 6 into 1 by 11 into b minus 11 by 12 into basically na. This will be n over here missed. So this will be 1 over 11 into a, and 11 will be cancelled with 11, and we can uh, rewrite this equation. This will be 1 by 12a plus 1 by 6b minus this will be 1 over the plus this will be 1 over 66b and minus will be 1 over 12a. Now this is plus and this is minus. We can cancel these two and the remaining will be 11 over 66 plus 1 over 66. This will be basically 1 over um, 66b, 1 over 66b, and this will be OR will be equal to 12 over 66, which we can write 2 over 11b. So this will be 2 over 11b. Now what we can do, we can this will be OR. OR we have taken from here, which is OR. And now from here we come to know that OR is 2 by 11th portion of total B. So 2 by 11 OR is 2 by 11 portion of B. So OR is from the drawing we can see this OR is 2 by 11, 2 over 11, and the remaining portion will be RB. So RB will be what? 1. Total is B, so B 1 minus 2 by 11, which will be equal to 1 minus 1 minus 2 over 11, which will be equal to 9 over 11. So this portion will be 9 over 11. So we can say that RB is equal to 1 minus, so we'll write here RB is equal to 1 minus OR, which is equal to 1 minus 2 over 11, which is equal to 9 over 11. So now the required ratio is what? OR ratio RB. So we can write here OR ratio RB is what? Is equal to 2 by 11 ratio 9 over 11. So these are equal, so we can leave this. So it will be 2 ratio 9, and this will be our final answer for this question. Hopefully you understood this. This was a little tricky question. I tried to explain as good as possible. So we are done with the paper. Hopefully you understood each and everything, and don't forget to subscribe the channel. Also recommend this channel to your friends and class fellows, and press bell icon so that you will be getting notification for incoming videos. Introduce this channel to your respective teachers as well. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye.